Good morning. It is Monday, January 27, 2020. Welcome to the local news for today. In the news, too many women still dying of cervical cancer. Issue of the homeless soon to be tackled. Suriname is now able to test its fruits and vegetables, and Chinese New Year celebrated. There are still too many women dying of cervical cancer, although that doesn't have to be the case. The Lobby Health Center Foundation started a project last year about cervical cancer. This was done in Wanica to inform women how cervical cancer can be prevented. Nancy Bandu, the director of the Lobby Health Center, indicated that many more women should be tested. This also can indicate within which group cervical cancer occurs more often. The test can be done every year or every 2 years. And women do not have to die from the effects of cervical cancer. It can be treated in an early stage. Soon, the Ministry of Health is coming with a structural solution for the issue of homeless people. Together with the Psychiatric Center Suriname, PCS, a plan is developed to give this target group a decent treatment. In Paramaribo, the problem of homeless people is not unknown. This street scene should change. In the past, the homeless were mostly only visible in the city center, but nowadays, they also occur in residential areas. The increase in homeless people has doubled in recent years. There are also more younger homeless people, according to Raj Jatnanang Singh, the director of PCS. The shelters should ensure that this target group returns as much as possible to society. And the PCS is already satisfied with the course in the neighborhood of Latour. After 53 years, Suriname can test its own fruit and vegetables for the presence of residues. Previously, samples had to be sent abroad. The ministry has reached a milestone to better control, among other things, the use of pesticides in the agricultural sector. The information for carrying out pesticide determination is known. The lawyers of the ministry are working on the corresponding legislation. Farmers will be invited for information regarding the procedures to be followed and the costs that are involved. At last, the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Tourism wants to attract more tourists to Suriname with attractive events. The ministry will pay a lot more attention to festivals in the coming period, including the Pagwa celebration and the walking tour known as the Avond Vierdaagse. With this strategy, the ministry wants to promote Suriname internationally even more, so said the Minister of Commerce, Stefan Sang, Saturday during the celebration of the Chinese New Year. Looking at the Chinese calendar, it is the Year of the Rat. And that means, according to the minister, who is also of Chinese descent, that Suriname should also show the positive characters of the rat in our development and our planning. The design of the evening on Chinese New Year's Day had many elements of a festival where everyone could enjoy the many acrobatic performance, the different food stalls, and the music. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs looks positively at the developments of the tourism sector and the various agreements that have been concluded with multiple partners abroad. There is much more that Suriname has to offer. Major events and our unique multicultural society are some of the important and special aspects that often get the attention of travelers.
Next year, you got to plan ahead, because this year, after the visit of the president, and we signed a lot of agreements, and one of them is that we need to increase people-to-people exchanges. They call it connectivity between peoples. So this is the first program to implement the consensus and agreement between the two presidents. I'm so honored and glad that within such a short time, we have an excellent group from Hangzhou to came to Suriname to show that we are committed to our agreement. We are implementing our agreement.
Vice President Ashwin Adin was very pleased with the attendance and the setup of the day. The big fireworks show started a few minutes after 9 o'clock in the evening. but according to the public, the fireworks show could have taken a little longer and also with much more show. That is all we have for the local news for today. Head back tomorrow for a new edition. Until then, bye-bye.